Hello, my name is Fox and you're watching Den of Fools. Let's jump right in. The TGX tournament took place in Mississauga, Canada from the 8th to the 9th of July 2023. The tournament had 6 rounds with 86 players and 492 games played. Team Deletes won the tournament with their Aeldari. Nick Hagiello and their Necrons came second, with Adam Hauser running Genestealer Cults in third. Big congratulations to all these players, and apologies for any poor pronunciation of their names. The winning Aeldari list is with higher point values, however we still see some familiar units. There is a Farseer for that automatic 6 on the Fate dice. Of course you can only do it once per phase. It seems one Farseer is still an auto include. We then see an Autarch Wayleaper, who is the Warlord, and a Death Jester with the Fate's Messenger enhancement, which gives the Jester an automatic 6 once per turn on a hit, wound or save. With only one Fate dice per phase, the enhancement seems very good for another free 6 once per turn. Prince Uriel is included. Seeing as there are no units he can lead, it must be for his ability to redeploy 3 units. Finally for the characters there is the Incarn. I must say, I was a little unfamiliar with its rules, but after reading them, their ability to simply teleport around the board when a unit dies seems very strong indeed. We have 3 Fire Prisms for the massive combined fire. I would imagine a tank getting blown up turn 1 and the Incarn teleporting to where it was is a very difficult thing to counter, especially when you consider all 3 of the Fire Prisms could be redeployed to get line of sight. Finally, we have 2 Wraith Knights at the much higher points cost of 475 per model. I did suspect that 1 Wraith Knight would still be a common choice, but in this list they are deemed good enough to take 2. As you can only use 1 Fate dice per phase, it is not surprising to see the Wraith Knights only have 1 Wraith Cannon. The Scatter Shield for the 4+ invul seems a much better choice now, especially as there is a lot more points of model to protect. The fact this list just takes the units that were nerfed, regardless of the points increases, does suggest to me that GW did not go hard enough as I suspected. We will have to wait till next week's stat show to truly see how the Aeldari have been affected by the nerfs. Not all tournaments were using the new points in our previous stat show. Seeing as there were 4 Aeldari lists in the top 10, including the tournament winner, it doesn't bode well for them being balanced. The second place Necrons list has a Hexmark Destroyer as the Warlord, with the Sovereign Coronal, which seems a must-take for Necrons so units can get the bonuses of being led. This list thought the Hexmarks are that good they included 3. Between the 3 of them they would get a lot of free shooting when friendly Necron units within 3 inches of them are shot at. Being able to return fire out to 18 inches every time it happens, combined with the fact they cannot be targeted outside 12 inches, surely cause a lot of issues for this list's opponents. If that wasn't enough shooting, one of them can Overwatch and a 2+ to hit for free each turn. Safe to say the Hexmark Destroyer I have just waiting to be built is the next thing on my hobby bench. Imhotep the Stormlord is included. With the Necron stratagems all looking rather good, the free CP each turn will be rather useful. An Overlord with a Blazer and Orb is included to make one of the Lich Guard squads super durable. There are 2 Technomancers and a Transcendent Catan with the Weave to make one seriously durable unit, which halves damage, has a 4+ invul, and a 4+ feel no pain. The list has the seemingly obligatory Canoptech Reanimator and a small squad of 3 Scarabs. There are 3 squads of 2 Crypto Thralls for some durable bodies, and a unit of 5 Flayed Ones, presumably to set up in the midboard. We see a host of Locust Heavy Destroyers to dish out some serious anti-tank damage, and 2 big 10-man squads of Lich Guard. I'm assuming that these squads were led by the Overlords, with the Technomancers and Crypto Thralls in tow. Finally there is a big squad of 6 Tomb Blades. They have the Particle Beamers with the Shadow Looms and Shield Veins for increased durability. With Blast and Devastating Wounds on the Particle Beamers, I'm sure this squad will tear through big units of light infantry. They are also very mobile and will be great for grabbing early game objectives. The third place Genestealer Cults list has 2 Nexos, one of which is the Warlord. With the free stratagem and the ability to move cult ambush markers, at least one of these seems a must. We then see a Biophagus, who I'm guessing is leading the big 10-man squad of Aberrants to make a pretty scary looking squad, with lethal hits and a -1 to wound against high strength attacks. To top it off, they take the Inscrutable Cunning enhancement to allow the Aberrants to set up in the midfield and regain a CP on a 4+ once per turn. The Jackal Alphas must be leading the big squad of Atalan Jackals to give them a 6-inch move after shooting. They also have the Prowling Adjutant enhancement to give them even more mobility. Finally for characters there are 2 Primus. The list goes heavy on the hybrids, with 3 squads of Acolytes and Neophytes. The Acolytes all take the Demo Charges and Hand Flamers, whereas 2 of the Neophytes take Grenade Launchers and Mining Lasers, and the other takes Seismic Cannons and Webbers. There is a single Goliath truck, which was used to transport an Acolyte squad, potentially with a Primus and Nexus in tow. Finally, we have an Achilles Ridge Runner with the heavy mortar for some indirect fire to clear out light infantry. Unsurprisingly, the Space Marines are the most played faction with 15.12% of all players taking them. Imperial Knights are in second with 11.63%, followed by Aeldari in third on 10.47%. It takes our resident stat guru and Ultramarine fanboy Fearless Fox many hours to collect all the data. It would be great if you could show your appreciation by liking the video. It really helps us with the God algorithm of YouTube. We have grouped the win rates by colour, with the key at the bottom of the screen. The tournament winner and third most popular faction Aeldari topped the win rates with 68.5%. No wonder there were 4 Aeldari players in the top 10. The third place finisher, the Gene Stealer Cults, have a win rate of 66.7%, perhaps not quite as impressive as the Aeldari, considering there is a third of the players. Chaos Knights are the last faction in blue, with a win rate of 64.7%. At least in this tournament, the nerfs don't seem to have affected them too badly. Drukhari, Chaos Demons, and Orcs all get a win rate of 58.3%, followed by the Tyrannies on 54.3%, and Chaos Space Marines on a 53.2% win rate. The Custodians and Ynnari round out the green group, both getting a win rate of 50%. The second most popular faction, Imperial Knights, topped the yellow group, with a win rate of 47.5%. It is only one tournament, but seeing as they had a win rate over 60% before the nerfs, perhaps the points increases have managed to make their army more balanced. The tournament runner-up, Necrons, get a win rate of 46.7%. Overall, that win rate is nowhere near as impressive as the tournament winner or third place finisher. However, they do have the ability to perform well, with both our first 2 tournament spotlights in 10th having a Necrons list. Perhaps after being the big bad of 10th edition, they still have a lot of newer players who might not have the best units available. The most popular faction, the Space Marines, get a win rate of 43.6%. Let's take a look how the individual chapters and traitor legions perform. Most of the Chaos Space Marine players are unknown, but the single Alpha Legion player got a win rate of 50%, with the single Black Legion player winning a third of their games. The single Salamanders player leads the way for the Loyalists, with a win rate of 66.7%. The joint most popular chapter, the Blood Angels and Black Templars, both get a win rate of 50%. There are 2 chapters in red, which also have 3 players, with the Space Wolves and Dark Angels getting a win rate of 38.9% and 33.3% respectively. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe, check out one of the videos on screen and consider using our affiliate links in the description. Thank you for watching.